everybody. It's time.
Good.
Oh,
I'm doing a little dance.
We're all rocking out. It's time. It is time for Having Fun with J and J.
Yes.
And we're pumped today. We're stoked. We're gonna have the best hour, you guys. We have some good shows, but this is gonna be the show of all shows. Okay.
Best of the best of the best of the best.
Best of the best. It is. Get a little kind of sort of warmer. But it doesn't matter where the weather is. If you're here with us, you're going to have a good time for an hour, okay?
Yes.
So, without any more ado, Charity is a special vendor. We met her not too long ago. She's out of Indiana, and she is an amazing entrepreneur. Promotes small businesses, crafting, artists. She does everything that we like. So we were really excited to have her. So with much ado, no ado, over to Jeanette. Jeanette's going to start with the burning question of the day, and then we're going to let Charity run with it. How's that?
I know. I always start with that question, but it's the truth. We want to know. Viewers want to know. How did she get started? What made her come out there? Who are you?
So those are the questions?
Yeah.
You can start anywhere you want.
Yes.
Okay. So I own a small coffee shop in LaPorte, Indiana. And interestingly, I got started kind of by accident. My husband's family are all entrepreneurs, and his mom and my husband owned a computer shop on one side of the building. His mom owned a beauty shop on the other side of the building. And at 84, she tripped and tore her hamstring and had to retire.
Aww.
So my husband said, I'm just going to put a hole in the wall and open it up, and I'll make a waiting area for people to wait for their computers, and they can just, have a coffee pot there or whatever. And I said, oh, I think we can do better than that. And 14 years later, here we are. And just kind of as the times change, we hopefully grow with them. We started doing up here, they have what's called a wine and canvas. And somebody came to me and said, I don't want to drink and drive, and I don't want to drive at night. So what about a coffee and canvas? And okay, so now we do coffee and canvases, and then we've had to add things as we go along. The coffee and canvases did so well out of the gate. My husband was like, holy smokes. So we ended up buying a building downtown because we were off the main drag 1 block and a little bit outside of the main walking area of downtown. So we bought a building downtown, and we moved the computer shop and the coffee shop there. And then we just started doing events and started growing from there. I was working full time at a different town, and then I got a job in town, and then I had to quit all of that so that I could just focus on the coffee shop, and I do books on the side. So I do in person what you guys do, or I do in my brick and mortar what you guys do online. We have
So I'm trying to move her over. Hold on. I want to get your face on there. Hold on.
Okay.
I want to get you over there. Why can't I do that?
Over there. Oh.
Okay, never mind. Let me see. There you go.
There we go.
So we can see you.
Hi, everybody. So we started, we did the coffee and canvases, and I have a little retail area in the front of my cafe, and to be able to support small businesses, I do consignment. So I have, I think, 20 small businesses. I have 7 different, local authors that I sell their books in my cafe for. We do book signings from time to time with them. And we have hanging, Casey does knitted or crocheted hanging plants, custom earrings. I have a lady who does glass stitches, and she calls her business Glass Stitches, and she does crocheted whatever. And she's my biggest seller. Like all the kids want these things, these small
Wow.
cats and bees and balloon dogs and clownfish and turtles and sunflowers. Just a variety of things that she makes, and people just love them. So
do you teach techniques, or are you just bringing in people that teach them?
I would love to get somebody to teach crocheting. And I like the lady who she makes all this stuff. She says, I can do it, but I can't teach it. So if I could get somebody to teach crocheting, I would absolutely do a class in that.
Yeah, too bad I'm not in Indiana.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's hard to teach. It's like, it's that kind of thing, because painting you can kind of show, but crochet you got to get in there really close, you know.
Well,
and I guess
with all that information, you deserve a cheer. You deserve a cheer.
But did you honestly, when you started all this, if you can tell, our audience can tell, she's just after our own hearts, because she does everything. She has a business, but she used the business to create a creative environment, and it's a wild thing. So this is not something you really planned. Like
nope, it was completely out of my control. It just kind of developed. It's like, okay, what do we do next? People want to learn how to do stained glass. So we also offer stained glass classes as well. And people wanted to learn how to, we have Reverend Kenny, who comes in and he teaches people how to wrap raw crystals. So you have a variety of crystals, you pick from that crystal, and he takes you step by step through, you know, what the crystal is supposed to do for you and how to wrap it. And you walk out with this lovely thing. I like to tell people that the Hotspot Cafe is where community, creativity, and collaboration come to meet. It's just a feel-good place. That's always been my goal, is a feel-good place. Like Cheers, if we know your name or we recognize you, we're acknowledging you as who you are. So
I love that. No, I wish I was over there.
well, when you come to visit your son, you'll have to come see us.
She remembers how to spell. Look at that. I love her brain. I wish I had a brain like that.
Absolutely. You know, coffee's on me. Another thing that we do that I haven't really touched on with with you guys yet is bubble tea. So if you're on either one of the coasts, you've heard of bubble tea. It's a big deal. And we have our own recipe. So bubble tea was invented in Taiwan for competing street vendors. And I didn't know what I was doing when I made bubble tea. Somebody told me about these bubbles, and I got some and kind of looked up a little bit online how to do it. And I created my own thing that worked for us. So I'm sweeter than, my tea is sweeter than most bubble teas. All kinds of different flavors. We have over 40 different flavors, 6 different kind of bubbles. Just fun stuff. Just fun stuff. We have in the morning, we have the morning crew, or the breakfast club, as I like to call them. So all the retired people that come in and they just hang out, you know, solve world problems, argue about politics, whatever it is, you know, just small town stuff.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so cozy.
And yes, exactly. And we know all their names. We know. So we have what we call the mug club. So if you bring your own mug in, you can either bring it in with you or you can leave it with us and we'll, you know, take care of it for you. If you bring in your own mug, you can fill it up for $2.
Talking about my own mug. I
Yeah.
got my own mug recently. And look what I got. It says, I never dreamed I would be a super cool producer, but here I am killing it. I got
there you go.
Jenny's.
That's
perfect. Take my own mug and get coffee.
I'm gonna toot your horn too. So I met Charity through another one of our vendors.
Yes.
And she told me hi Tammy. She told me that she does puzzles. And I've been looking for a puzzle maker for my kids' books. And it is I hope you guys can see it, so adorable. I sent her
You gotta get bigger. You gotta switch places. Switch places with charity.
Okay, all right.
Just for a moment.
All right, hold on. Let me flip it. Okay. Can you see it? Is that
yes,
the
right in front of you. Keep it in front of you. Yes.
And I bought a little bag, so when the kids separate the puzzle, they can put it in a little bag, and I've made a picture of it that goes so that they can see where everything goes. So this woman does everything. So she's gonna do more with the sublimation, make more products, so you can look for her there too. What I'm gonna do too right now is I'm gonna show you her website. So that, hold on, let me find it. So she can tell us, because I think there's, hold on. Thank you for that. Thank you that I did it. You're so funny. Okay. Is this the right one, Charity?
It is the right one.
Okay. So these are, you can explain, these are all.
These are some of, our upcoming events. So we do fundraisers. The giraffe pictures. So we do fundraisers. So the Pink Cat is a fundraiser for the Independent Cat Society here in LaPorte. That's what I was doing when you were like, where are you? I was working on trying to get those up there real quick. So that's a fundraiser. And then we have, so the beach glass artwork you see up there are, they're the lady who teaches that class in March. She's currently snowbirding. Do you guys know what snowbirding is?
Yep.
Yep.
They're all over here in Florida.
Yep. They leave the snow and fly to Florida to warmer temperatures. So she is currently snowbirding in Florida. But when she comes back in March, she's going to be doing the beach glass jewelry class, a beach glass art class, and she lives right near Lake Michigan. So she walks there after storms, which I guess is the best time to collect beach glass. And she collects this beach glass. So this is all legitimate, real, not tumbled. It's not something she went to the big box store and got. These are all collected by hand.
Yeah.
And you make just incredible, cool stuff with it.
Can you show it? She's got one in, she's got, don't you have a sample of it with you? Of the turtle?
Yeah, with the turtles.
Whoa, with the turtle, yeah. So that one I do.
Make her big, Jenny. There you go. Make her big, big.
I'm gonna make her big.
Make her big, big.
I'm trying.
There you go.
So this is pretty crushed glass. Yeah, it's very cool. So you can see the turtle. And I have a lady who has done 4 of these. And I have another lady who's done 2, and she's coming back to do another one. They make great gifts.
I know. I was thinking of somebody right now that I can give that to, because they love turtles, and she would love that.
And however you want to do it. So I'm sure you guys are aware, but art therapy is a real thing. Like I have talked to counselors. Art therapy is real. It matters. We need that time to decompress and get away from the whole whatever and stresses, kids, work, need to mow the yard, whatever it is. We need time to get away from that. So this will, art therapy is real. And so this is another way that creativity comes to LaPorte. So you come and do these events. This is another event we have. So in the class, I got a small sample so I could see how it's done, because for the crushed glass, I teach those classes, but I don't teach all the classes.
Okay.
So when you take this class is a 12-inch. This is a 6-inch round. The class is actually going to be a 12-inch round, so bigger. The Tree of Life. This one sold out.
Beautiful. That's
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
One of my artists she's been with me since we started doing coffee and canvas. So she took a break, retired, and she'd missed it. So she came back. So she's the one who's teaching the fundraiser for the Independent Cat Society, the Happy Cat. She's also doing this one. Don't you love that? Is that not fun?
I'm already writing a story in my head. And I love the fact that she's got, I see that as a lady giraffe, but I love that she's got a little hair chin right there, because girls, we all know that, right? We all have
Yeah.
We don't tell people that, though.
I know.
No.
Giraffe gave me, I gotta write something about her.
So we do just, come create, relax with us. We want you to feel better when you leave than when you come in. And I think it's really important, and just a nice way for us to give back to our community when you can come in and just enjoy yourself, relax, have a cup of coffee. Of course, we have free Wi-Fi. We have, all the coffee beverages, all the flavors, all that kind of stuff, some sandwiches. But really we're about being creative. And recently, well, last summer, I was chosen by, the LEAP, which is our version of the Chamber of Commerce, and the Lebesnick Center, which is a art gallery in Michigan City. They chose my building to have a mural on it. So I was blessed to be chosen. Now this mural is 113 feet long and 24 feet tall. I mean, it is a huge mural. And the lady who did this, she's done a Buenos Aires. She has done a mural in, and Morocco, she did a mural in. She holds the record for the largest mural ever done by a woman in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's just one part of it. So getting kissed by the frog, that's what I call that, because we wanted you to be interactive so you could take pictures getting kissed by the frog. So she's, got this huge, she's been doing murals for, 14 years, I think she said. Amazing artist. And on a lift, 90-degree weather, and she's out there painting this fantastic mural, and it's so cool. You can get right up close to it. Take your picture with it. If you take your picture with it and you bring that into us and show us that you've posted it on Facebook or any social media, we'll give you a discount.
Aww.
For posting that for us. So yeah, absolutely.
So cool.
What beautiful.
All right.
I have to say that everything that you're talking about are things that Jeanette and I talk about every day. We talk about the art therapy, how it helps people. We talk about people trying to get off their phones and start getting back together and talking to each other and communicating, even if it's something that you really don't like to hear, or it's not something, you would actually talk about. People need to get back to doing that. And do you find in your town that, you're kind of the center, you're becoming the center of the town, where people are saying, oh, I'll meet you at the hotspot, or they'll know, if someone comes and says, where's this? They'll say, oh, the hotspot will know. Do you find that happening a little bit?
Absolutely. If they want to know, because I am so involved with the community, I am the president of the LaPorte one of the founders and president of the LaPorte Small Business Coalition. And what we do as small businesses, coming together, supporting each other, from something as minor as I'm having a bad day, just listen to me, or I ran out of ice, can you help me? I'm struggling with whatever it is. We're just there for each other. And I believe that creates a very positive environment in our town. And I think that is transcendent. I think it travels throughout, and people see that and they want to be part of it. I know I do. I love all my surrounding business neighbors, all of the businesses in town. I don't necessarily agree with all of them. But I love that they're there and they're doing their thing, and I'm not the only coffee shop in town by any wild stretch of the imagination, but that doesn't mean that I don't support the other ones and share their posts on Facebook, or give them words of encouragement on Facebook, or whatever it is, because it all matters.
It does. It really does. And that's a beautiful thing to say, because we're always supporting people who support other people. So it's a big thing. We all imagine the world if everybody was just creative and being that lovable to everybody, we wouldn't have half of the problems we have today. Everybody's loving and caring, and that is needed now. And I find myself, when you say that the therapy is good therapy, I know for sure it is, because that's when the Army told us, okay, you decide what you want to do. So I did woodworking, everything that they made me do to get the anxiety off of me, and I was able to create. What do they tell you to create? And we became painters and we became woodworkers. So everybody did their own thing. But that was one of the number one things that we do, is to be able to hit our artistic side, because it is calming. And I can tell you, as a veteran, it is very calming to create and just be among people that are just as loving and creative together, because that it says, okay, we're not alone, you know.
It's funny that you say that, because one of our most staunch supporters actually comes to us. He's a guy, and one of the few guys that normally we're lady oriented, but he's one of the few guys that comes in, and he has PTSD, and he comes in to help control his PTSD and paint with us. So
it's very important that people understand that you can sit next to someone and have a conversation and not agree with everything that they believe in, but you can respect them as a human being. And I noticed, you know, when, because I get to go look and do the research and on all of our guests, and I was looking at some of the videos, but also the stills where people are showing their work to each other, and they're looking at the progression, and they got paint all over them, which is awesome. That means you're having a really, really good time. Like, if you have paint all over you, you are not having a good time. And they're all helping each other, and they're painting whatever project. That's what I was looking at. And it's really wonderful that you're providing this. This is a service that you're providing for people, and it really does. Like, I haven't done a painting party in the longest time, and I've forgotten how much fun they are. And I think the main thing with people, it's always fear. They're either afraid of being embarrassed, they're afraid of saying the wrong thing, they're afraid that someone's going to be better than them. So there's a little bit of competition and jealousy. Mm-hmm. With us, what we try, you know, what we're always saying, it's like, this is your gig. You get to create any darn way you want to. Mm-hmm. And just like that little giraffe, some people would say, oh, you know, I immediately see, oh my gosh, that's a cover of a kid's book. That's awesome. And you can't get big corporations to find very cool, awesome, hand-painted original pictures like that. All the stuff that they put out is all like AI or generated. This is a person in Indiana who did the most adorable giraffe. And I'm like, I want that on a book cover, you know? Just don't realize that their art could be really accepted and wanted, you know?
Yeah. And what I like is that there is no, ooh, that's ugly. No, everybody does their best, and they all support each other. And I like that, because, you know, not everybody has the, you know, thing, but they love just to be there and create with their hands. You know, they say that the therapy comes from using your hands. So when you use your hands, that is where the therapy comes in, because you're creating at the same time. You're using your eyes and your brain. You say, hey, and you start doing them. By the time you know you got this masterpiece, you go, how'd I do that? You know, and it's good when you do it among friends and people, because you're never alone. And that's what I want to stress, because many people think that they have to be alone, and they don't. Find a community near you that does what Charity is doing. If you're in Indiana, now you know where to go. You know, and you can go down here. Yeah, it's right there in the bottom. You go and you go have fun. And who knows, when I drop in to visit my son, I'll go, hey, I'm here. And I'll be doing one of those things, and I'll be like, you know, so I can't wait.
Do you have a particular, you don't have to name names, but do you have a particular client or person that was kind of shy starting out, and then they got a whiff of it and they really, really liked it?
Well, that happens frequently when they come in and they say, because we set you up to succeed. So like the giraffe, it comes with a traceable, so you can trace that on the canvas. So
yeah, we have a very important question from one of our viewers, and it's right there. It's Charity's address, please. So can you really quick mention that for that person, because I know this person. She is a veteran. She's a veteran, and she would like
in Indiana.
Yes, 602 Lincoln Way in LaPorte, Indiana. So
Okay.
south of Michigan City and west of South Bend, up near the Great Lakes.
602. I'm gonna write it down on the thing. 602
Lincoln Way. Lincoln Way is one word. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lincoln Way. Oh, I'm glad you told me. Lincoln Way
in LaPorte.
In LaPorte. Lincoln, is there a street, drive, or what?
No, just Lincoln Way. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's the main drag, as we say in small towns.
Okay, there you go. And I'm sending them to the comments. Okay, now they have it. Thank you so much. That was important.
You're so welcome.
You got people that are going to ask, where are you?
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't mind at all. So to answer your question, Jen, we often get, not just one, but often get people who come in alone and they leave with all these friends with them, and they make plans now. Are you coming to the next one? Yeah, okay, I will too. And so they have this great, they're making their own community of just creating art. I have 3 sisters who come frequently, and a similar situation. One lady came by herself, and so by the end of the event, it was 4 sisters. It was the 3 sisters and their adopted sister. So,
how cool is that?
I know, right? It's just fun, and I love when they're encouraging each other. And ooh, I like how you did that, and show me how to do that, or I don't like this. And then you take canvas away from them and you show them from far away, look, it looks great. Right. And they're like, oh, so they leave with a little more confidence, a little more self-esteem, feeling good. And it makes me feel good when they look at their picture and go, wow, I created that. Or their whatever, their jewelry, I created, I did that. I've had that very same feeling because I paint the pictures too for the first time. My beach glass jewelry, I was so impressed with it, and I was displaying it, and a customer came in and they were not leaving until I sold them my stuff. I used it as my displays, right? And they're like, no, I have to have that. So they had to buy them from me. So
that's awesome. I just love it.
Yes, I love that we can, share this, because many people, that's what I love about the show that we have. We have fun at the same time, but I guess we get to share, and we're like all over the world. So people can go to Indiana. Maybe somebody seeing this can go, hey, we're in Florida, let me share. So you are an example of, you know what? I'm going to be brave. I'm going to come on the show. I'm going to show what I do, because this is very important. And we love that. And thank you for being that way. What I would like to do now is we're going to take a commercial break. Okay. And we want to announce this person because they're brand new to our channel. And we wanted to go ahead and take this moment and announce this beautiful company that has joined our channel, and you're gonna see more of him. He's been on our show before, and I love that he's joined us. And I will be right back after these commercials with Charity. And thank you so much for being here. We'll be right back after this commercial. Okay, hold on.
Wow.
Wow, that was amazing. Now, Jenny and I have never, I haven't seen it. So I was like, my gosh. And it's exactly what we're talking about. You see how they're putting everybody together. And in one of his interviews, you could see it on the TV. He talks about this in detail, about exactly what we're talking about. We're coming together, helping people. It's just about that. Now,
Well, I think that the funny thing is that everybody's always talking about like corporations and things like that, but it really is individuals getting together, creating a community, but everybody does their own gig.
Yeah.
So instead of having a big ginormous thing control us, we're controlling our own little place, but we're doing it with other people. And that's actually an exclusive. That's who we're adding.
Yes.
And when we had charity on, it was like, wow, these two things came together because
perfectly. Yep.
having if you just had one of these places like charity has in every town, it would be so amazing. And I don't know, you might have to, I don't know what you have going on in the future, but maybe you
franchise.
Maybe you should franchise.
I will buy one. I will definitely go franchise with you.
Have a blueprint you can sell cheap to people who think that they might want to. Because, when you go into a Starbucks, and I go into them all the time, I don't drink coffee, but I do appointments there. It's very sterile.
Mm-hmm.
The music is very loud, right? So you really can't have a conversation. So everybody's still with their headphones on their computers or their phones, and nobody's having a conversation. Have y'all noticed that? Like, I don't know if you've ever. So
absolutely,
you're saying sit down with a cup of coffee and talk to your neighbor. How about that?
Yeah, I would do that. I'm a first talker. That's why I talk too much. That's why Jenny says that's why we had this show. And because we talk too much. But that's the whole thing. That's too many people are doing this these days.
Yep.
And
exactly.
they forget how to interact. The young kids today don't know how to interact with someone. They forget how to interact with someone only behind a phone.
Are you planning, because Jen and I are in this too, are you planning on doing kids, or do kids come?
That's a good question.
Kids can come. As long as they can participate in the class, they are always welcome. So we've done as young as 5 and as old as 92.
Ooh, wow.
So yeah, as long as they can participate and just they're not running around distracting people, they absolutely are welcome. And except for the stained glass class, because of the soldering irons, they have to be at least 15, and then they have to have a parent or guardian with them. So
what are your plans for the future? What have you thought about it? Are you just in the mix of doing this right now, and you're not really thinking that you might be doing something else?
Well, as the events continue to unfold, so it was interesting. We started out and we did just coffee and canvases for so long, and now we've started adding different things, and it really seems like we're evolving more into an event type space where we're just doing this kind of thing. So we'll see where it goes. I don't really have a roadmap. The franchise, I've heard that before, and I'm like, I don't even know how I got where I am right now. So I don't know if I can tell somebody else to do it.
I think everything's on Google. Just Dr. Google, look it up. I mean, just how do you franchise yourself? Oh, there it is. You'll find.
I don't know. There's two business approaches, and some people will say don't franchise. Do it owner operated, but just hire managers or whatever. But, just the fact that you're sharing this with us and looking to bring it to the forefront, hopefully we'll get other people that would be, I would love to do it. If I was staying in one place all the time, that would be fabulous. Because I've always, Jeanette and I both bake, we like to cook and like to make people, make them comfortable. You provide like hospitality almost. It's almost like a hospitality event, and you get to paint. You're
Yes. You know,
All
it's
kinds
funny
of stuff.
because in my church, they have dance ministry and they have art ministry. And I'm listening to you. I go, I should really go into that art ministry now that, you know, and like, man, I'm right here talking and I got one 8 minutes away from me. So there you go. Just finding your community where they're offering this, you know, because, you know, charity can be all over the place, you know. I mean, unless you pay for her airline ticket and then she just happens to fly by, you know.
There you go. There you
You know,
go. So
could
this
be
is
something.
an event. Check this out.
Ooh.
And it comes
What is that made of?
resin.
It's it's upside down. That's why it's not. It is. So this is an acrylic panel.
Okay.
And we got crushed glass with resin on the top of it, and then you get the base that's got a remote to it.
Okay.
So you can put whatever image you want with the crushed glass, and it's the nightlight one. This is another fun one we got coming on, and you know the remote has all the. I'm kind of funky, so it's not doing what I want it to do.
Of course not.
Make it bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I lost my. There it is.
There it is. Oh, it's purple now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
I love that.
Oh,
it changes colors. I mean, all the colors on the remote, it does all this stuff. You can turn it up and down. So this is new. Our first class is next weekend on this one.
Okay.
And you're going to get 2 panels, so you can do 2 different ones. So those are my samples. This is my other sample. So just the stars or whatever you want to do. You can create, you know, just another thing to do. Just whatever. I think it's pretty much limitless, and I get angry with myself because I scroll, but I stumbled across these kits, these light kits with the base, and I was like, oh my God, I can do something with it. So sometimes, I mean, the pieces fall into place. It is so easy to lose hours scrolling on doing stuff, but sometimes they lead to something very cool. So finding that balance, you know, it is all about phones these days, but we do need that balance. But hopefully that's what we're doing at the Hotspot, is giving people some balance. You can have a hot chocolate or a coffee. If you've seen the banner on our website, that is my wall, one of my walls in the cafe. Those are some of the events that we've done, and I've expanded to 2 more sections beyond that. So it's a very at first, honestly, I did not like it. One of my customers recommended it, and I was like, okay. And then when it's such a statement piece now that you have, I think it's like 80 pictures on the wall that are put together like what I call a patchwork quilt. But people go, wow, you did those here. Yes, absolutely. We did those here and throughout the last 9 years I've been doing these. We've been doing these events. So it's really kind of grown, and you never get tired of, because I'm at almost every one of them. I've only not been at a couple because I had something else going on, but I've been at every one of them for the most part. And you never get tired of that feeling of encouraging people, and that just the feel good. I know I keep saying that, feel good, but it is all about the feel good in it. And that you guys are doing that.
Well, you know what? I had a conversation with my daughter, and a lot of the younger people, not kids, but you know, 20s, 30s, they're really having a sense of, you know, their faces are down, the depression. They're not seeing a future for some reason. I don't know if it's all of the stuff where information we get all the time, or everybody's brain is always moving. But it's really important that things like this grow and continue, because it's only going to get more information. It's only going to get more computerized. And do you guys do an outreach? Like, do you do maybe a pop-up or something where you have a booth where you can introduce your cafe and what you do in the arts, and people walking by, like maybe a young mother who hadn't seen it before, or a guy, just out of the military who's trying to find their way back into civilian life, but they're kind of new, and they could go to the
let her give her and she'll start hitting you with ideas. This is what she does. I mean, all these ideas. Wow, I didn't think of it like that. Man, that's a good idea. And then our wheels will start rolling. So that is very good, especially for soldiers. I'm all for the veterans too. So, I'm the one that's going to go, oh yeah, that's a great idea for veterans that are going through. They usually go to these craft shows. A lot of them do, because they're always trying to see what they can connect with. And if you can grab their attention, oh my goodness, what the world you can do to help these veterans. You never know whose life you might be saving by them seeing you there. So that, oh my gosh, Jenny, just stop it.
Well, it's because you get into a bubble yourself. Get into a bubble yourself because it's your shop and you're there and you see that the same people come in. But I just see so much.
She's really good with that.
Where people that are, walking around and they may see your coffee shop, they don't know what you do, or they may think, oh, that's not for me. But I'd love to see that, because it really. Sometimes you got to drag the mountain to Muhammad. You got to tell people, but what you do is so important. It really is, and it's we need it in this world.
Yes, we do. We do. One of these. You know what? Something I became a Jenny. I'm becoming a Jenny. Oh my gosh, the idea just came in my head. But what if we can one day record your class, like do a live like this and have it on the show, and just like let them know, hey, we're going to be on TV and let's participate together. I would. You tell me the materials to buy, I'll buy them from you. I go, send it to me and I'll be right here doing it with you. So there.
Let us buy a kit and we'll go online and we'll
and we can do it here. It'll be like a special having fun with J&J doing charities craft. That will be so cool. I said it first. I'm just saying.
Deal. Absolutely. We would do that. So yeah, absolutely.
Too hard.
That sounds like so much fun. And so that's something that, you can buy the kits online and then do I've seen that before. So to venture into that would be fantastic.
Yeah, because all you need really is a stand to hold the phone, and then you angle it in a certain. Look at me being the producer. That's why she says I'm killing it. Anyway, so I go. Oh, look, somebody's saying something. I second that.
See, Ruth's ready for it.
Look, Ruth,
there we go.
You know what? Oh, so Jeanette started this. So you can do a whole, like, say, okay, we're gonna. Oh, okay. So you say, okay, for St. Patrick's Day, we're gonna do a paint-in, like, or a paint-over, like a sleepover. I will tell everybody, we'll buy the kits, we'll do a live, and we'll all paint with you. And maybe we can have Trevor do it as an event, and it'll be on the radio and all through Joy.
Fun!
So cool.
Maybe we can get Tony to give us some good music going on. We can, but that would be. I think we could get a lot of people on the outside that would do it virtually.
Yeah, and that's something I've toyed with. So I may just need a little bit of encouragement to make that happen. But yeah, it's absolutely doable.
We're known as the encouragers instead of the Avengers. We are the encouragers. We will encourage people. And right now, I'm about to encourage somebody with the word of the day, which we have brought it back because the word of the day is encouraging and positive and encouraging. And I got too cheap, but Jenny did me and told me, be quiet, don't say nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just
right. She almost gave it away.
Yeah, and it happens to be what we're talking about today. The title is Develop Your Potential and Do Something Now. Okay, now this is coming from Colossians 3:23. I can't believe that the Bible says this. It really supports us. Whatever may be your task, work at it heartily from your soul as something done for the Lord and not for man. So it's something for you. You may know that God created you to be a great potential, but you can't stop there. You have to develop your potential. So we just told you what to do about the camera and things. That's developing what you're already doing. Now we're potentially giving you encouragement to now go further and bigger. And we can't be afraid. We have to do it in courage and bold, right? I believe that many
Absolutely.
people are unhappy because they aren't doing something to develop their potential. If you want to see your potential develop to its fullest, don't wait until everything is perfect. Do something now. Start laying your hand to whatever it is in front of you. You must give your potential some from the doing something with it. If there is a desire in your heart to try a new opportunity, then step out and find out if God has gifted you to do it, which you have that gift. God has gifted you. You will never discover all that you are capable of doing if you never try anything. I want to encourage you to resist fear when you're taking a step of faith to develop your potential. God's perfect love casts out fear. So we don't have to live paralyzed by fear of failure or making a mistake. And it may feel safe to stay in your familiar comfort zone, but you will never succeed at developing your full potential or being fulfilled in what you're doing. So make a determined decision to step out into what you feel God is leading you to do. You are full of God-given potential, and He wants you to do more through your life than you could ever imagine. But it requires your cooperation. Step out, serve Him wholeheartedly today in your potential gift. What? I did not plan that. Hello. That is awesome. I need myself a round of applause.
Sometimes Charity, it because we toy with stuff in our head. I know I do it all the time, and I always say things like, "Okay, no, that's not going to work," or "I don't really have time," or "I got enough on my plate right now." And we stop ourselves because, we get overwhelmed and underwhelmed. And but your stuff, I'm going to call it stuff, but because she has her cafe. She does her charity work and her work in the city, and she also does the sublimation where she makes products. So she's a busy woman, and so when we're saying do something else, you're like, really? But that, I don't know. You've got the perfect demeanor for it. You've got a real good thing going. Everybody seems to really appreciate what you're doing. And if you want some help, we'll pull something together. And even if it's not perfect, Jeanette, I say we'll still have fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not about being perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's about the willingness to do it. If you want to have fun, if you go there to have fun and don't think about, oh, I can't do it. No, don't think like that. Just say, you know what? I'm going to go there to have fun. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to have a positive mindset and I'm going to go for it, and you do it and you come out there having so much fun, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm getting.
Now we got it started. I'm gonna have to let you talk a little bit because we're gonna overtalk you and we're almost done. It's been so much fun. What do you think, Charity? Are you having thoughts or?
Actually, I am. When you were talking about having being part of your network and being a channel, and I was like, I would love to do that if I could figure out what kind of content. It's always about content, right? What are you going to put on there? And then as we're talking, I was just like,
I got
that could be some content. That could absolutely be some content.
Actually, it's not even almost that much work. Only the fact because it's live. So you're just you're going to put the camera up and everybody's going to do their thing. It's much easier than having to think of a reel or, how am I going to stage this? Because it's going to be people en natural. I mean, you'll have clothes on, but en natural, meaning everybody's just going to be them.
Right.
And it'll be awesome. I like it.
Yeah, that's 'cause I've been trying to figure that out. If I could figure out the content, if I could figure out how to make it work so that it makes sense for everybody, and that really is,
That's a
that
channel.
really is.
That's like every month we have something. February is Valentine. March is St. Patrick's Day. April is Easter. May is Mother's Day. June is Father's Day. July is Independence Day. August, help me out. I'm stuck. August.
Summer.
Okay. August.
Summer, yeah.
Okay, August. September.
Poses and women holes and
then November, Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then we start all over again. See, you have something every month.
Absolutely.
If you have something every month, and I mean, I'm excited. I am like, I'll go over there with my camera even. Oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, I gotta come down. Take the deep.
I know.
Breathe.
Charity's like this all week. This is what I live with, okay? It's really creative spirit is exactly what you encompass, and I want to give you the next 3 minutes to just tell us anything else you forgot to tell us that we've been yakking about, but we want to get every little tidbit from you, and we will be seeing you again.
Oh, thanks. Sure. I so appreciate you guys asking me on. So, as you kind of mentioned a little bit, I've started the sublimation thing, and the sublimation, it's not about making a ton of money. It's really just about giving people a way to promote themselves. So, I'm like a week away from having the sublimation stuff up online, and for all of your subscribers, I will announce a coupon code for them, and they will be able to get a discount from my sublimation stuff, so that they can get the puzzles, the earrings. I know, yes. They get the puzzles, earrings, keychains, t-shirts, mugs, canvas bags, slate picture frames. These are the coolest picture frames you've ever seen. Slate picture frames. All this just amazing stuff. And I will, for the Creative Spirit channel, we'll put a coupon code out there for you guys so that all your subscribers can get that stuff.
You were saying me.
I love that.
So
thank you so much. That is so awesome. I'm going to say this, you guys got to market your products too. Okay. That's what we're here for. If you're doing a business, you want to do a business, you got to put yourself out there. We understand it's very expensive. It can be very expensive. That's why we're doing what we're doing, because we want people to get out there. Independent people, small businesses, solo entrepreneurs. And it is the hardest part. Your gift is in your hands and your heart and your mind. You can make stuff, but you got to get people to know that you make that stuff. And that's what we're doing.
Proud, absolutely. So yeah, and twosies, we can do all that. Whatever, we want to make it work for everybody and make it affordable, because I know a lot of businesses out there are making a ton of money on I need to make some money, don't get me wrong, but I don't have to be rich.
Yep. We got it.
I just need to be happy. Yeah, absolutely.
And useful and helpful and share the love.
Well, that's how you get back. We need that validation as human beings. We need validation. So, and that's what the art does. It validates us.
Yep. Everybody needs a purpose.
We do. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we've gotten to the end of our show.
I
don't know. Maybe one day we'll go an hour and a half. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, this is so exciting, and I'm full of fire. I can't wait. We're going to talk to her. Maybe, something for Valentine's, something or whatever you're going to do. I'm like so excited. I got to book it already. I'm booked. Save me a spot. I'm booked. Okay. So we've come to the end of our show, and Charity, thank you so much. I am on fire. Jenny's like going million miles. I know
my head's already spinning. Yeah.
You'll probably get a paragraph of an email long of the ideas that she come up with, and we just can't wait to have you on the channel, and that we can participate on all that. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. I need to calm down. And then everybody. I validated, and then I know we have today so many viewers, and I'm so excited, and they commented and they're commenting, and I'm just okay. I need to slow down. I don't know what to do. I'm Ram, but thank you so much, Jenny. You got anything else to say that I haven't covered?
I'm going to thank Charity, and I'm so excited that you came on and I met you, and thank you for my puzzles. I love them. They're so well made. They're so wonderful. And I've been looking for someone forever, and this is what happens when you collaborate. So everybody, love you.
Yes,
take
thank
care.
you.
Bye. Thanks for having me. We'll talk to you soon.
We'll talk to you backstage.